Hello, I'm Dennis Quaid. Caring for our pets has changed dramatically from just a generation ago. From niche veterinary practices to highly specialized products, this industry can now offer a host of beneficial options for our beloved companions.
High-quality forage is critical for proper digestive function in the animals we care for, which is why using premium forage that ensures consistent nutrition is so important.
Forage is really what the animal needs, from high protein requirements in alfalfa to low protein in grasses, and we have mixes that are kind of in between, so it's really what the animal needs.
Forage is plant material, and forage can come in the form of pasture, or it can come in harvested forage, where we allow the plant material to grow and then cut it, dry it at the proper stage of maturity, and then preserve that by eliminating moisture, and then it can be fed at a later date. Horses, their digestive system, they're hindgut fermenters, and they ferment fiber. So forage is fiber, so that's the importance for forage, and actually require forage to get their digestive system to work properly. Horses will typically eat between 2 and 3% of their body weight in forage a day. So that average 1,000-pound horse, that's 20 to 30 pounds of dry forage a day. So they can eat quite a large volume. Then as exercise performance goes up or calorie requirement goes up, a lot of those horses will actually also be fed grain as well. So the amount of forage would go down just a little bit, and they would substitute with the higher calorie grain in the diet. Then when we switch to ruminant animals, cattle, goats, sheep, they can eat 3% to 5% of their body weight in forage. So a tremendous volume of forage, natural forage fermenters.
In order to ensure your animals are properly nourished, there are many things to consider when deciding on what type and form of forage to use.
So what we do to determine quality of forage is we know that different forage types, whether it's an alfalfa, whether it's a timothy grass or an orchard grass, they have different stages of maturity, which is optimum nutrition content. So we try to harvest those forage first at the proper stage of maturity. Then we actually sample them. We send a sample of that forage to a laboratory and do a chemical analysis so we know exactly what the nutrient content is. Well, that nutrient content will change over time if it's not properly stored. So all our forage is completely stored away from the environment. It's either in sheds, away from sunlight, or prepared in such a way that sun or environment does not damage that forage, and we can maintain that high nutrient quality.
So the quality is a lot of different things. It starts with our environment that we grow it in. Just perfect desert climate around here where it just grows really, really nice forage. We're able to dry it down naturally. Don't use any preservatives, no chemicals, nothing like that to get higher quality. It's just natural. It starts, in the field before we even harvest. We spend a lot of time walking in the field, just looking for the best fields. If there's ones that have some issues, whether it's some weeds or something that's not perfect, we know that those fields are going to have to go. So it starts there, and then once we harvest, it's the guys just knowing exactly what it takes to get it perfect. The right time to rake, the right time to bale. And then once it is baled, we protect it. It goes into a stack right away, gets totally wrapped up in tarps to keep that quality perfect.
Yeah, so horses, the higher quality forage that you feed them, remember horses are natural fiber digesters, and it's the safe ingredient to feed. So if we can get more calories, more protein from the good quality forage, then we're less reliant on grain. When we feed horses grain, the chance for digestive upset, colic, laminitis, bad things can happen the more grain we feed to a horse. So we want to put in lots of forage, but we want to make sure that forage is very high quality, and then we don't have to feed as much grain to give the horses what they need.
We're glad you could join us today. I'm Dennis Quaid. See you next time.